Patrick Mahomes is the face of the Kansas City Chiefs, and he has been nothing short of sensational since taking over the reins. His awe-inspiring plays and unmatched arm talent have set the NFL ablaze, making the Chiefs one of the most thrilling NFL teams to watch. Fresh off a Super Bowl victory last year, they are in a great spot to defend their title and go back-to-back. But the Chiefs' success is no fluke. They've brilliantly merged Mahomes' electric play style with Andy Reid's incredible play designs, and when you combine this with a great arsenal of tight ends and wide receivers, and you have what many argue to be the most electric offense the league has ever seen. In this video, we'll be breaking down the key principles that makes this offense so tough to stop. We're gonna have specifically designed plays to attack defenses just like the real life Chiefs do. Then we're gonna go over all the stars of their offense so you can target similar players, and all of this is gonna enable you to play just like this dynamic Kansas City Chiefs offense in Madden 24. And to replicate this offense, we're gonna be using these four formations in the Kansas City Chiefs Playbook. And this is actually all part of a bigger scheme I am creating where I'm going to break down 5 offenses from today's NFL that really utilize this spread offense that has taken the whole league by storm. And when they pair these spread concepts with young dynamos at QB, it becomes next to unstoppable. And then all 5 of these offenses will be run out of the Chiefs Playbook, so you can use all of them together to create one giant scheme. And the playlist for everything that is out so far will be down in the description below. Patrick Mahomes sits at the epicenter of this Kansas City Chiefs offensive attack, and it's predominantly due to his monumental arm strength and accuracy. He's a personification of a big play quarterback, effortlessly catapulting the ball downfield at a rate almost never seen before in the NFL. The Chiefs have meticulously constructed their offense to amplify this unique talent. They've curated a set of plays designed to stretch defenses to their limits, exploiting any gaps or mismatches in coverage, and this structure allows Mahomes to leverage his arm power, taking advantage of those deep field opportunities whenever they emerge. So at my QB spot, I'm using the Michael Vick legend card, and he's a great fit because he is a cannon arm and is able to put the ball in any area of the field, allowing us to make some huge plays. And he also has great speed to escape the pocket, buy some time, and make throws on the run, just like Mahomes in this Chiefs offense. Here we are looking at a great zone beating play that will really let us attack all 3 levels of the field and push it down the field for explosive gains, and it is PA post shot in flex Y off close. This is the exact type of play the Chiefs love to use, with deep crossers and over routes getting in behind defenders, where Mahomes can use his big arm to push the ball down the field for big plays. To set this up, have your tight end to the wide side of the field, then take your outside receiver on that side and put him on a streak, then take your running back and put him on a swing pass. Now after the snap, we want to look to the user and the linebackers, and if they stay shallow on the tight end and aren't getting deep on this crosser, then this is going to get to such a great area of the field in front of the safeties and in behind the linebackers, and you can fire it in for a big pickup. Next, we also have the deeper post, and if we ever get cover 3 with a single high safety, then as this deep post breaks, the corner is going to stay to the outside and the deep middle safety is going to get pulled back, and you can fire this in for a really big pickup in between them down the field. Then if we see the defense is starting to play back, we want to look to our tight end, and he is running an option route, and against zone, he is going to sit down, and if the flats bite down on the running back and the hooks are playing back, then you can just drop it into the tight end for an easy pickup. Then also, if they switch it up and run man coverage, then this tight end is going to be our #1 option. Now instead of sitting down, he is going to break out to the sideline and get very good separation, and you can let it rip for a nice gainer down the field. Then lastly on this play, if the whole defense is dropping out and getting deep, then our running back swing route in the flats will be the check down, and you can just drop it into him and let him make a play in the open field. Next up, we're looking at an incredible man beating play that lets us attack short and intermediate, but really excels at pushing the ball deep for some really explosive gains, and it is jet chip wasp in Trey Y flex strong. Against man coverage, the Chiefs love to use their speed at receiver to run away from defenders, and they always ensure they have multiple layered vertical options. To set this play up, you want to have your trips to the wide side, then you want to take your tight end and put him on a whip route, then take your running back and block him to give yourself some extra time. Now on this play, where we start really depends on if we are bringing pressure or not. If they bring a blitz, you just want to get this ball out quick. Then the first place we look is the tight end on a whip route, and as he breaks out, he should separate for a really easy completion to the outside. Then if they aren't bringing pressure and then post snap they either have no deep safeties or just a deep middle, then this is where we want to look to our wasp route. This will look like a deep cross, then he's going to break back to the sideline, and as he does this, I want to release the football, and our receiver should get very good separation and be able to run under this, and he can turn this into a huge gain down the field versus man coverage. Then if they have 2 deep safeties or if the user is covering our wasp route, then we will have this deep cross that will get amazing separation as he goes across the field, and you can fire this in for a great intermediate option. Then lastly, if they have a safety playing over top of the wasp route and the user starts to run with the deep cross, then we will have this dig route attacking the wide open middle of the field, and this is an amazing last option on this play. At the core of the Kansas City Chiefs offensive attack is their expertise in executing run pass options. Patrick Mahomes' unique skill set is the key to their RPO attack. His keen eye and swift decision making makes the RPO a deadly weapon in this Chiefs offense. He has the ability to quickly assess defensive alignments and choose between handing the ball off or launching a perfect pass, and this keeps defenses perpetually on their toes. Then for the Chiefs run game, they love to employ a power set of plays with offensive linemen pulling across formations to blow defenders off the ball, and this can lead to some really explosive gains on the ground, and this is going to take a ton of pressure on Mahomes when they can get their run game going. Next up, we have a great RPO that gives us 3 really nice options on this play, but the pass up the seam can turn into some huge explosive gains, and this is going to be RPO zone alert in flex Y off close. The Chiefs utilize a heavy dose of RPOs in their offense where they can use Mahomes' lightning quick release and his ability to read defenses to really take advantage of defenses that cheat to play the run. Here I want to play with my tight end to the short side of the field, then take the slot receiver, and we want to smart route this route. This is going to make it go deeper down the field and turn it more into a seam route. This is the first place I want to look, and if the defender either jumps down to stop the run or jumps outside to the other hitch, then we want to fire this right up the seam, and you can rack catch this, and if you are in the open, this can turn into a super big gainer. This is also excellent in the red zone, and if the player bites, then just throw it in behind him for the easy touchdown. So we always want to look at this player at the snap, and if he stays on the seam, then we just want to hand this football off, and now we can just get into the open field and make a play with our running back, and the blocking can set up super nice on this RPO. Then lastly on this play, you can look to the short side to the quick out, and if the corner is playing way off, then you can quick throw this right after the snap as your man cuts out, and this can be a free 7 to 10 yards if they are sitting way back. Next up, we have a super powerful run play that is going to let us get downhill and be very explosive and add some really nice power to this offense, and it is the 0-1 trap in Trey Y flex strong. When the Chiefs run the ball, they love to bring some power elements to the table with pulling offensive linemen coming across the formation to blow people off the ball, and this can spring their running backs for some big runs. Here, this is going to be a trap run where we are going to allow a D lineman to be unblocked, and our O-line will advance to the second level. Then our opposite side of the field guard is going to pull and clean this guy out, and we just want to be patient, let this block happen, and then explode out from behind it. We can get to the open field and make some really big plays with our running back in space. If this run hits right, you can really set up your blocks, and it can be one of the most explosive and dynamic runs you will use all year, allowing you to have a super nasty run game. Then if you want to take this offense to the next level, you need to check out my website, Scheme Kings. Up right now is part 2 of this Chiefs offense, where I give you 7 more plays for this scheme that is going to give you so many more great options to attack your opponent that include great run plays, some very good man-beating options, and some ways to really push the ball down the field for huge gains. Then also on this site is a new area where you can find all of my schemes from Madden 23, and this is where the rest of the NFL spread offense will be found, and we already have a ton up with my Bills Josh Allen scheme, my Joe Burrow Bengals offense, and my Jalen Hurts Eagles offense, and then this video today. So if you want to check out Scheme Kings, it will be linked down in the description below. Front and center of the Kansas City Chiefs offensive playbook is their tactical mastery over the middle of the field, utilizing unique play designs that consistently achieve impressive yardage in this key area of the field. And their key player in dominating the middle of the field is none other than Travis Kelce. His unique blend of size, athleticism, and football acumen makes him the ultimate tool in carving up defenses with the ability to outrun linebackers down the field, and he is just too big for safeties or corners to deal with. And in our tight end position, I am using the Shannon Sharp Legend card. He is the perfect analog for Kelce in this offense with his ability to get vertical for big plays. Then he can also beat man coverage and is one of our go-to players versus these defenses, and he is excellent after the catch, and he can break tackles and run away from defenders for big pickups. Next, we have an amazing play that lets us shred zone coverage with 4 great options on this play, and if you read it right, it cannot be stopped, and it is speed dig in gun bunch X nasty. This is the exact type of crossing concept the Chiefs will utilize to attack the middle of the field and put defenses in a position where they can't be right because someone is always open. Set this up, come out with your bunch to the wide side, and then there's only one adjustment. Take the solo receiver, put him on a streak, and he will be the clear out on this play. So to start with this play, look to the bunch, and if at the snap you see everyone is dropping out, then I just like to throw this hitch right away and let them pick up the free yards they are giving me. Then if they're playing lower on the hitch, we will have this crossing route, and you can throw this early. If the user jumps down and stays shallow, then you can pick up some big gains over the middle of the field. Then you can also throw this later and let this crosser get in deeper behind the flats, and as long as the user isn't running with you, you can fire this in for a big gainer down the field, and this can lead to some absolutely huge pickups. Then next, if the user starts to run with that crosser to take it away, that is where we're going to have the deep dig coming in behind him, and if the user vacates, there should be a huge hole for this dig, and utilizing this route is going to make this play so tough to stop. Then lastly, on this play for the check down option, we have this running back, and if everything is taken away, then you can just drop it down to him and let him make a play. Next, we have another great zone beating option that really lets us put a ton of pressure along the sideline, but also can flood the middle of the field, making it super tough to stop, and it is tight end wheel in flex Y off close. This is the type of concept the Chiefs will use to sneak Kelsey in behind defenses, where he can become a super difficult matchup down the field and can lead to some big plays for their offense. To set this up, have your tight end wheel route to the short side of the field, and there is no adjustments on this play, just run as is. So the key route here is going to be the tight end wheel, and he's going to get up the field and in behind the flat defender on that side of the field. Then the deep blue defender on that side should get pulled back by the post route, and you can drop this into the tight end once he gets in behind the flat, and this can turn into a really nice gain down the field. And then next up, if we ever get single high cover 3, then this post is going to cut inside and get vertical up the field right up the seam, and if there is no hook under him, then I just fire this in, and this can be a super easy completion. Next, if they're sitting on the wheel and taking it away and the deep post isn't open, then we want to high load the user with our drag in our dig, and if he stays shallow, then you can just throw the dig in over his head for a nice pickup over the middle. Then lastly, on this play, if at the snap you see their whole defense is playing back and the flat is playing deep and the flat is dropping way back, then just fire it into the running back in the flat and let him pick up those easy yards underneath. Then another key element of this Chiefs offense is their prioritization of speed at the wide receiver position, and it was never more apparent of how dangerous this could be as when they had Tyreek Hill. His combination of lightning fast acceleration and game-breaking speed made him an absolute nightmare when he was paired with Patrick Mahomes. This area of the Chiefs offensive strategy revolves around maximizing this speed and threatening defenses deep, and when they scheme these players open deep down the field, then Mahomes has the green light to let it fly, and this creates a ton of big plays. At our number one speed wide receiver, I'm using the new Tyreek Hill card. He has the speed and big play ability to be the perfect big play threat for this offense, playing over the top and picking up huge plays, but he is also super dangerous with the ball in his hands after the catch and can run away from defenders to add even more explosive plays to this offense. Next, we have a great one-play touchdown that we can use to get in behind cover 3 and allow us to push the ball down the field for some huge gains, and it is the play escape in flex Y off close. The Chiefs always want to have these vertical plays in their offense, and when they get defenses in a look that they know they can take advantage of, then it is bombs away. To start the play, come out with your tight end to the wide side of the field, then take your tight end and put him on a streak. Then lastly, we want to block our running back to give us some extra time in the pocket. So this play is designed to bomb cover 3, and post snap, you'll see the inside streak player is going to pull that middle safety back. Then the wide receiver corner route is going to hold that backside corner down, and now this deep Z post will get wide open, and you can just let it fly and bomb the defense deep for one play touchdowns against cover 3. Then if post snap they switch up their coverage and the deep bomb isn't there, then we have this wide receiver on a slant over the middle, and now you can just drop it into him for an easy completion. Now once you nail down this Chiefs offense, you're going to be super tough to stop, but don't forget part 2 is available right now on Scheme Kings, and this is going to take this offense to a whole new level. But then if you want a super explosive offense you can pair with KC that is also run out of the Chiefs playbook, then you can use my new Jalen Hurts Eagles offense, and this is going to help you out a ton. So if you want to check that out, then you need to watch this video right here.